Hello everyone, welcome to Kaigangan Biodiversity Webinar Series. In March 2022, Ms. Elaine presented about the biodiversity of forests over limestone in Samar Island Natural Park, or also known as the SINP. Her study aimed to provide information on the outcomes of the plant and animal biodiversity in SINP. Second, to describe the tree community structure in SINP. Third, to highlight the significance of the nomination of SINP as a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site. This was conducted specifically in Paranas and Taft Eastern Samar, a province in the Philippines located in the Eastern Visayas region. Some of the highlight of the results of her study are the identification of some ecologically important amphibians, for example, the Philippine endemic Platymantis guentheri. In terms of reptiles, a very interesting one example is the Lycodon dumerillii, which exhibits a widespread distribution and has been documented throughout the Mindanao Paig, or the Pleistocene Aggregate Island Complex. Ms. Elaine discussed also about her interesting findings on birds, for example, the Bucerus hydrocorax semigaleatus, also known as the Philippine hornbill, a large species of hornbill endemic to the Philippines. In terms of flora, she found this new island record species, for example, the Tectaria calcarea, a fern or herb species with native range in the Philippines. Overall, Ms. Elaine emphasized that SINP is indeed worthy of its nomination as a UNESCO Natural Heritage Site because of its natural and cultural significance. The following month, Ms. Ren D. Obenya successfully presented a very good study on some threatened woody plant species of forests over limestone in the Philippine Islands. The study determined the threatened woody plant species in the forest over limestone in the Philippines and discussed the threats of the forest over limestone in the country. And of course, Samar Island is one of her study sites in addition to Cebu and Batangas sites. Ms. Ren presented the list of critically endangered species based on the Philippine DAO Red List and the IUCN Red List. She also made an emphasis on economic uses of some of the identified threatened woody plant species in her study sites, for example, the Sharea nigrocensis, a Philippine endemic dipterocarp species, and our very own Tectona philippinensis with known natural populations in Batangas and in Mindoro. The third one is the Aquilaria cumingiana, a source of agarwood, a highly prized resin with many economic values. And the fourth example is the Hopea philippinensis, which is also a Philippine endemic dipterocarp species. Part of the study is the identification of threats and conservation concerns in the study site. For example, the limestone quarrying, deforestation, illegal logging, among others. Ms. Ren concluded the presentation by highlighting the potential contribution of her study to sustainable development goals. In May 2022, UPLB Assistant Professor Deza Marie Antoinette Fernandez gave us new insights into biodiversity of forests over limestone in Guiuan Island, Guiuan, Eastern Samar, Philippines. She also did biodiversity assessment in the study site for both flora and fauna. Interestingly, Assistant Professor Fernandez recorded 41 plant species belonging to 18 families, of which 5 species are Philippine endemics, 9 threatened species based on the IUCN Red List, and 5 threatened species based on the DAO 2017-11 Red List. And these are some of the photographs of the plant species she identified. Walashodendron salabicum, which is locally known as banuyo, Aquilaria cumingiana, which is one of the agarwood-producing Aquilaria species found in the Philippines, and Hansea wenzeliana, also one of the identified endangered species based on the IUCN Red List. For fauna component, 21 vertebrate species were recorded, of which 6 are documented throughout the Mindanao Paik or the Pleistocene Aggregate Island Complex. And here are some of the photographs of the vertebrate species he recorded from the study site. Just last month, we learned a lot from UPLB Assistant Professor Marjorie de Los Angeles, who discussed about the ecology of understory plants of forest over limestone in Samar Island, Philippines. She documented plant understory species in forest over limestones and described the pattern of plant distribution with reference to ecological parameters using multivariate tools in Paranas, Taft, and Guiuan, Samar. Assistant Professor Marjorie recorded 26 understory floral species divided into 21 flowering species and 6 fern species. Part of her study is to determine the species richness and diversity indices of Paranas, Taft, and Guiuan. In addition, she found that the understory plant species from Paranas and Taft sites are highly affected by soil iron concentration and electrical conductivity, whereas plants from Guiuan are highly associated with soil pH and other macro and micronutrients.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our Kaigangan Biodiversity webinar series. I am Vivian Cuadra, your host for today. So this webinar aims to raise awareness on the conservation and sustainable use of Kaigangan biodiversity through a series of online talks from our very own expert. So this webinar is made possible by CONserve-KAIGANGAN, a research program implemented by the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Samar State University, and Eastern Samar State University. The program is also funded by the DOSTP card. So feel free to greet everyone and introduce yourself through our chat box. So please include your organization and location if possible. So we have participants from Southern Luzon State University, and then Central Philippine State University, Caraga State University, and Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University College of Agroforestry and Forestry. So good morning, everyone. Thank you for participating. So before we begin, we would like to remind you of some of our webinar guidelines. So first, please keep your microphones muted. Second, you may send your questions using Zoom or Facebook chat. We will accommodate your question in the Q&A session. And lastly, to receive the e-certificate for this event, please fill out our evaluation form. The Google form link will be posted in Zoom and Facebook chat box at the end of our program. So e-certificates will be sent to the email indicated in the evaluation form. So without further ado, allow me to introduce our guest speaker for today's webinar. So, she graduated from University of the Philippines, Visayas with Bachelor of Science in Biology. She is currently pursuing a diploma course in management at Eastern Samar State University, Guiuan campus. She is presently working for 6 years now as Protected Area Superintendent in Guiuan Marine Resource Protected Landscape and Seascape. Her research interests include activities related to the conservation and management of marine environment, Please give your clap reaction as we welcome PASu Vivian Cuadra to discuss the conservation and management of Guiuan Marine Reserve Protected Landscape and Seascape. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you po for accepting our invite. Ma'am, kindly unmute na lang po yung inyong. Okay. Ma'am, short introduction lang po and then we will begin na rin po with the presentation. Okay po. The floor is yours now, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. Before I would start, I would like to thank the CONserve-KAIGANGAN team, especially to the UP Los Baños team and the leader, to Dr. Inocencio Buon. Thank you for this opportunity to share what we have here in Guiuan and being selected as one of the sites para sa inyong study, the forest over limestone. And good morning also to our viewers. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You may start na po your presentation po.
Okay, good morning. Again, I will be discussing about Guiuan Marine Resource Protected Landscape and Seascape. So, usually kasi Guiuan is known for some, nalalaman lang ang Guiuan because of yun. Then we mention kami every mayroong mga typhoons and nakilala kami during Yolanda times. So we will also showcase to you ano ba ang makikita dito sa Guiuan. And now, I will be showcasing to you isa sa mga sites na napili ng CONserve-KAIGANGAN dito sa Samar Island. Okay. So this is the outline of my presentation. Overview of Guiuan Marine Resource Protected Landscape and Seascape. And we will also show you the historical assets, natural wealth, and attractions. So more of these mga photos na itutour namin kayo in our area. Then I will discuss also about the Coastal and Marine Ecosystems Management Program. Ito po yung program na hinahawakan namin dito sa protected area. Ano lang siya, overview. And then, I will discuss also the activities for the conservation and the protection of GMRPLS. So this is the location of Guiuan. So Guiuan is located at the southernmost town of Eastern Samar. So we are surrounded by abundant of marine waters. In the east is the Pacific, in the west is the Surigao Strait, and in the south is the Leyte Gulf. So these are the declarations dito sa Guiuan. So last November 10, 1978, Guiuan was declared as a tourist zone and marine reserve by President Ferdinand Marcos under Proclamation number 1801. And on September 26, 1994, Guiuan was declared as protected landscape and seascape under Presidential Proclamation 469 by President Fidel V. Ramos. And in 2005, Guiuan was established as the surfing tourism capital of Eastern Visayas. So, in 20, Guiuan protected areas under RA 7586, the National Integrated Protected Area System, as amended by RA 11038. So we are one of the 7 legislated protected areas in Region 8. So just to give an overview, ano ba yung NIPAS? Ano ba yung National Integrated Protected Area System? So this is RA 7586 as amended by RA 11038, the Expanded National Integrated Protected Area System. So ang NIPAS, ang iba, ang pronunciation nila is NIPAS. This is the classification and administration of all designated protected areas to maintain essential processes and life support systems, to preserve genetic diversity, and to ensure sustainable use of resources found therein. So, iba-ibang classification, iba-ibang categories ang protected area. Ang Guiuan is under the landscape and seascape category. So pag sinabi nating protected area, so Guiuan protected area, this refers to a certain portion of land and water set aside by reason of their unique physical and biological significance, managed to enhance biological diversity and protected against destructive human exploitation. So itong area, pag protected area, naiiba yung components, iba yung mga organisms na nakikita. So mayroong batas, pinaigting ang management, pinaigting yung implementation. So ginawa ng batas, ito na siya, RA 11038. So ang protected area, mayroong Protected Area Management Board. Dito sa Guiuan, GMRPLS PAMBI. So the Protected Area Management Board or the board is vested with site-specific policy, rule-making functions, and administrative functions. So bali, they also oversee the management of the protected area, nag-a-approve sila ng policies, and at the same time, nagsiset din sila ng mga fines and charges. Nagre-recommend din sila ng mga policies for amendment. Ganon. And ang composition ng Protected Area Management Board ay chairman, yung Regional Executive Director, congressman, governor, mayor, then the chairman of the barangays, kung saan nasasakop yung protected area, then mayroong representative from NGOs, POs, and other sectors. Kumbaga, well-represented ang protected area management board. So, mayroon din tayong, and by the way, kung mayroong senator in the area, automatic din siyang member of the board. So, mayroon ding protected area superintendent. The PASu is accountable for the implementation of the PAE management plan and the operations of the protected area. So, ang PASu, nagsusupervise ng day-to-day protection, management, and administration ng protected area. So, siya yung nag-i-enforce ng mga policies and nag-i-implement ng mga policies sa PA. So, for Guiuan, ito po ang scope ng protected area ng GMRPLA. So, ang area is 66,725.26 hectares, composed of the island barangays, island of Guiuan, ito po siya. Dito po located yung project ng CONserve-KAIGANGAN. Then, the Tubabaw Island, mayroong Victory Island, Manikani Island, then Humonon Island. Sa Humonon Island, not all barangays are covered by PA. So, only the barangays facing the Pacific, yung shoreline, ang included sa PA, and we have the Suluan Island. So, out of 60 barangays sa Guiuan, only 39 are included in the protected area and mostly yung sa coastal communities, coastal barangays. So, ito po yung number of total barangays in the protected area is 39. So, as of 2017 pa ito na data, 32,000 yung population and total number of households, 7,306. So, since mostly coastal communities ang sakop ng protected area. Almost 80% of the people, the community, nakasalalay yung livelihood sa coastal resources. Most are fisher folks. That's why every time mayroong siguro nakikita, every time mayroong mga calamities dito sa amin, nakaka-recover agad yung mga tao kasi nga nakabase ang livelihood sa resources, sa marine resources. So this is the ecosystem map of Guiuan. So itong mapa is from LGU ito. And makikita natin and open forest dito, concentrated siya dito sa Kalikuan. As I've said, dito naka-lodge ang project na CONserve-KAIGANGAN. And concentrated dito sa coastal communities, sa may mainland, yung mangrove areas, and then mostly makikita natin mga coral reefs. Ito na mga portion. So, for marine protected area, mayroon tayong sinasabing strict protection zone, no-take zone. So, ang activities na allowed dito sa mga areas na is PC or is research purposes only. So, mostly, yung species na dito sa Guiuan ay yung mga sanctuary, locally managed sanctuary, marine protected areas. Locally managed protected areas na mas kilala ng mga tao na sanctuary. So, ito is in the portion sa may Sulangan, the Burunayan, the biggest marine protected area dito sa amin. Locally managed marine protected area. Dito concentrated sa may Sulangan. We have also Inatraban. And then sa may proper ng Guiuan is may Reef, Barangay 6. Meron malapit sa Tubabaw Island, Manapag Reef, and then dito naman sa may Manicani Island, we have the Puno Point. So, aside from those, bakit ba naging protected area ang Guiuan? We have a lot to offer. We have a lot to cater to other people, sa mga tourists namin. So, marami din kaming may papagmalaki. So, ito, historical assets, one of the assets ng Chilean land site. So, nag-celebrate pa lang ng 500 years. This is located in Hamon. Actually, this land of Magellan is within the junction of the protected area and outside PA junction siya. Pero since this event is very significant to all of us sa Guiuan, so ini-include namin ito sa 5%. Kasi portion of this is nasa PA. Then we have also our church. This is already renovated by the Philippine National Museum na nagmamanage kasi recognized na ito ng UNESCO. Nasira ito before nung Yolanda at ngayon is renovated na. This is 400 plus years na church namin. And then this is the St. Anthony de Padua in Barangay Sulangan. So maraming pilgrims na pumupunta dito kasi siya, miraculous. Considered siya miraculous. Maraming pumupunta dito for kailangan ng career enhancement, gusto ng promotion, gusto makapasa ng exams. May din pumupunta for may mga sakit. And all over the Philippines, mayroon din mga balikbayang pumupunta dito. And even mayroon din para sa mga single, successful love life, pwede din siya. Pero mostly dito, pag yung mga visitors namin, Roman Catholic, mga visitors namin, maski dito sa office, pinapapunta namin dito sa Sulangan, and most of them bumabalik na sila para mag-sing. So we have also Tubabaw Island. This is a refuge camp noon. This became a temporary shelter from 1949 to 1981 by the White Russian. And they don't want to be part sa communist. So pumunta sila dito. Only the Philippines ang nag-receive sa kanila at dito tinalaga sa Tubabaw Island. So part siya ng protected area. We have also in the US Naval Base. So World War II, base dito sa Guiuan. So one of the successes of the World War II na hindi na bomba yung portion dito sa Guiu because this was not reported. So when dito sa atin sa Region 8 inatake yung mga bases, yung dito sa Guiuan was preserved. So this is also the PASu radar station, one of the 8 radar stations in the country. So yung mga weather reports galing sa Pacific, ito po ang nag-transmit dito sa PASu radar station, overlooking siya ng beach resorts namin. So aside from those historical assets, we have also the natural wealth and attractions dito sa Guiuan. So we have beautiful sunset view at Tubabaw Island, tsaka sunrise naman doon sa Calikuan Island. So yung area, babalikin ko is yung area na selected ng CONserve-KAIGANGAN, doon concentrated yung mga ecotourism sites natin. So this is the Pagnamitan Bridge. Ang important dito is mayroong mga natural pools. So ito yung bridge is nagko-connect from the mainland to Calikuan Island. Actually, mga 3 minutes lang na travel from the mainland to the island, to Calikuan Island. Okay. So ito po yung natural pools ng Pagnamitan Island, ng Pagnamitan. And we have also the surfing camp sa Calikuan Island din. So that's why naging surfing capital tayo ng Eastern Visayas. Then we have the Linaw Cave, located also at Sulangan at Calikuan Island. So now, ang status ng Linaw Cave is pinasara muna ng Protected Area Management Board kasi ongoing pa ang crafting ng management plan, okay, para ma-preserve siya. Then we have also the Pearl Island. This is the island, an islet actually, na managed by Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources. So nandoon yung mga giant clams. Actually, na to, na ipakita na sa PMGS. So this is our hunting beach doon, mga beaches in Humunon Island. Part siya ng PA is facing the Pacific. The Suluan Island, white beach, na comparable to Boracay. So aside from that, we are rich in our marine resources. So yun, iba-ibang fish, dinadayo kami dito. Ito. So ipapakita ko lang yung mga pictures, iba-iba, variety of mga resources na makikita sa GMRPLS. So ito I just want to show, just seconds lang to. The dolphin na makikita between Suluan Island and Humunon Island. Mayroon din kami dito sa Guiuan. Okay, So, another also na pwede namin pakita, seconds lang din ito. This is yung mga, we have, mayroon kaming activity kasi na land and wildlife indicators. So, more on patrolling. So, dito naman sa dagat, patrolling. Ano ba yung nakikita na observe? So, ito naman is between also Sulaan Island and Hunon Island, we have the sperm whale. Okay. So, yun ang mga resources namin. Yun ang mga blessings sa amin dito sa Guiuan na nasasakop sa protected area. So, makikita natin na more on sa marine resources. So, this is the program na hinahawakan ng protected area. DNR has a lot of programs. So, one of the major programs dito sa PASu shared. So, ang protection is, kung ma-observe natin, is more on sa coastal and marine. Pero di nangahulugan na we are not protecting the sa mga upland, sa ibang ecosystem sa upland. So, yung approach of CMEMP is protection from ridge to reef, from the highlands to upland. Kasi indicator na ng maganda ang management sa upland is a healthy coastal and marine ecosystem. So pag healthy ang coastal and marine ecosystem, well managed yung nasa itaas. Kasi anything na ginagawa upland will affect sa baba. So, CMEMP is a national program by the Biodiversity Management Bureau and DENR. This aims to manage, address, and reduce the drivers and threats of degradation of the coastal and marine ecosystems. And this is also to achieve and promote sustainability of ecosystem services, food security, and climate change resiliency. So, mayroon tayong approaches na parang wala dito sa slide. Mayroong approaches ang CMEMP. So, is ICM. Paano namin kinakandak, ano pa ang ibang ginagawa namin. So, ICM, the Integrated Coastal Management. So, yun nga, from ridge to reef, inaalagaan din natin upland because any ecosystems na dinadaanan towards sa coastal and marine ecosystems kasi nga anything na ginagawa sa upland will affect dito sa ating coastal marine ecosystems. And the second is participation, collaboration with other agencies. Parang hindi na yung slide, yung collaboration with other agencies and other sectors, other stakeholders. Because the protection and management of our resources, of our environment, kung DENR lang ang gagawa, kung protected area lang, management office lang ang gagawa, it's very, very difficult. So, we are very lucky that dito sa Guiuan, the strength of the PA nandun sa support of other agencies, other sectors. So, yung LGU, other NGOs, people's organization, tsaka support ng community. Doon yun. And then, we have the IEC, the Information Education Campaigns, and the Communication, Education, and Public Awareness. So, yun din. Tinatap namin yung ibang sectors if we need them, especially the academic. And then, mayroon din kaming enforcement, patrolling, and enforcement. Yun. And then we have also the valuation of our ecosystem. So binibigyan halaga yung mga ecosystem services, yung mga benefits na nakukuha natin sa environment. So, yun. Yung ang approach namin, collaboration, ICM, and then enforcement, implementation of mga laws, and then, yun, partnership with other sectors. So yung program components, we have also marine protected area networking, establishment and strengthening. This is the protection and restoration of degraded coastal and marine habitats essential to ecological process survival of depleted, threatened, rare, and endangered species and population. So itong MPAN, tinatawag namin MPAN, is networking of different sanctuaries, networking of different locally managed mga protected areas. Kasi yung in unity, there is strength. Mas malakas yung protection of the sanctuaries kung nagkakaisa talaga. So, mayroon din kaming capacity building, provision of training to the DENR concerned staff at the national and regional field offices to develop skills and expertise on coastal and marine management. So, yung mga staff is kina-capacitate ng agency. We have also knowledge management, development of repository of all data and information in the coastal and marine ecosystems, including the results of assessments. So, mayroong data para downloadable. So, ongoing siya na ginagawa na lahat database of all the regions, nandun na siya, ma-access siya. We have also the biodiversity friendly enterprise. So, this is the conduct of economic activities and practices of micro, small, and medium enterprise. LGUs and people's organizations that promote the sustainable use of coastal and marine biological resources. So, itong BDFE is a financial and technical assistance ng protected area sa mga POs, mga people's organization na nagpa-qualify. Bali, yung livelihood nila is dependent on our coastal resources. Tinutulungan natin sila kasi the fact na nandoon yung source ng livelihood nila is tumutulong din sila sa pag-aruga and pag-protect of these ecosystems. So iyon, aside from mga protection, management, mayroong financial assistance din, technical assistance, ino-offer yung Protected Area Management Office to mga qualified people's organization. And it's of now, dalawa pa lang yung beneficiary namin, and now ongoing pa yung profiling namin to those who will be qualified. So, technical assistance, cascading of capacity building training received by the DENR personnel to the LGUs and other stakeholders. So, we also give technical assistance to different people's organization, to LGUs na nangangailangan ng skills namin. So, mayroon din people's organization, for example, na need ng technical assistance namin. If those assistance hindi talaga gamit sa amin yung skill, so we tap also other schools na sila ang mag-ano ng training. Kumbaga, kami, through sa amin, we tap yung mga partner agencies namin to give the assistance to the people. For example, yung mga product enhancement, bibigay kami ng training, magtatap kami. So, kami yung mag-ano ng venue, ng food, tapos, kumbaga, through us na lang na makakatulong kami to people's organization or other sectors na nangangailangan ng assistance namin. We have social marketing and mobilization. This is a communication framework, strategies, and approaches to promote public awareness, to instill social and environmental consciousness and affect behavior change with regard to the coastal and marine ecosystem. So, social marketing. So, one of the programs namin is para ma-change yung behavior ng tao. So, different plans, different techniques. So, yung isa namin is every mga anniversary ng Guiuan, ng GMRPLS, nagkakaroon kami ng programs. Meron kaming mascot. And then, sumusupport din kami ng mga advocacy ng mga fisher folks, mga fisher folks din. Para to advocate also yung protection and management sa coastal and marine resources. Then monitoring and evaluation. So every month, every ongoing yung monitoring and evaluation sa aming mga programs. So the scope and coverage of itong AGOS is not only concentrated to protected areas. Na-reach out din to other mga municipalities, other areas outside the PA and sa mga adjacent municipalities. So now we have i-discuss about the activities namin for protection and conservation ng GMRPLS. Most of these are pictures of the activity. So we have the biodiversity monitoring system. So protected areas are monitored to identify the problems in the system. So mayroong areas, established sites na binabalik-balik ang quarterly ang monitoring ito. So mayroong transit swim and transit walk. Doon sa mayroong terrestrial areas doon sa Guiuan Island na minomonitor. Then may established sites din tayo for the mangrove, seagrass, and corals for monitoring. Then kinakandak ang focus group discussion in the community. Tapos mayroong field diary and photo documentation. So these are our established sites. For coral assessment, so these are mga coral reef, Usukan, Tapok, within PA. Then sa seagrass, Monbon, and then for mangrove area, as a terrestrial sa Pagnamitan, doon sa Guiuan, so site ng CONserve-KAIGANGAN project. And then in Bungtod, for our mangrove area. Assessment of this ecosystem. So BMS. Quarterly, binabalik-balikan the same sites. So ito po yung mga sites. Minsan, na-observe anong nakikita. Mayroong mga states, different areas. Ito. So, documentation. This is the focus group discussion in the barangay. So, tinatanong namin ano yung mga resources nila, ano yung mga threats, ano yung mga issues nila doon. In that way, makaka-address kami ng kanilang mga issues, mga problems. At the same time, mako-correct namin, ma-improve namin yung management namin sa conservation and preservation doon sa area. So, sites for the coastal and marine monitoring sa mangrove area, dito po sa seagrass, and then itong sa corals. So, mayroon kaming mga divers using scuba. Or of course. Another activity namin is habitat assessment, monitoring of mangroves and corals, pati din seagrass. So, ang difference ng BMS, yung biodiversity monitoring, at saka habitat assessment. Yung BMS is the same sites na minomonitor. And yung sa habitat assessment is the entire area is minomonitor. And then, pag na-monitor na ang entire area within PA, doon na kami select ng permanent site na imo-monitor for habitat assessment. Ngayon is, di pa lahat ng areas for mangroves, corals, and seagrass na-assess for this habitat assessment kasi nga masyadong malapad, masyadong malaki yung area, and we have limited mga staff namin. One of our challenges sa PA. So ito po yung areas for mangrove. Dito concentrated sa mainland, Bungtod, and then part sa Kalikuan Island. And then for the seagrass, malaki talaga yung seagrass area namin sa Guiuan. So, dito sa Kalikuan Island, and then dito part din sa Kalikuan. And then sa corals, dito naka-locate yung mga sanctuaries natin, yung strict protection zones. So, ito po yung pictures of the assessment. We have also an activity, the impact monitoring on ecotourism sites. So the monitoring focuses on the effect of the ecotourism activities on the target beneficiaries and the ecotourism sites. It aims to achieve the following objectives: to determine the impact of ecotourism on the quality of life of the host communities, particularly in providing livelihood opportunities and increasing household income, and to assess visitor impact on the biodiversity and ecology of ecotourism destinations. So, itong monitoring for the impact is minomonitor namin yung mga tao, the host community. Nakakatulong ba itong ecotourism, yung status nila, nag-i-improve pa yung income nila. And then, aside from that, yung site mismo is minomonitor para maging sustainable siya since nakakatulong naman siya sa community. So, ito ang mga activities sa impact assessment, so socio-economic survey. So, yung community, yung mga people within the community, yung mga beneficiary doon sa area is nagkakaroon ng mga interview. Then, resource monitoring. Identified naman kasi yung minomonitor namin doon sa Maylinaw Cave kasi nga marami nang pumupunta doon. And then, doon sa Kalikuan area, nandun, as I've said, nandoon halos lahat yung mga ecotourism sites namin. So, yun ang minomonitor namin doon. So, ito po, yung socio-economic survey namin, interview sa mga participants. And then, resource monitoring, doon to sa Linaw Cave. So, since parang pumupunta doon, nung hindi pa na-close, close muna ng PAMBI ngayon. So, yung daan, pupunta doon is minomonitor. Then, yung water inside the cave, inaano din yung water quality. Kung ano pa siya, nandun pa siya sa quality standard sa kanyang classification as yung swimming area siya. Ito, resource monitoring doon to sa pagnamitan doon sa may mga lagoon, natural lagoon. Kasi maraming naliligo doon. At the same time, malinis ang tubig doon, maraming seagrass kasi nga surrounded din siya ng maraming mangrove. So, na namin doon sa assessment na mayroong endangered na species of mangrove gapas-gapas. Yung sa area doon sa pagnamitan na beach area siya, pero mayroon siyang area doon na coral na may mga isda pa. Sa pag walang naliligo, mayroon doon fishing activities. So, ito po isang monitoring sa ecotourism site. We have also the activity strengthening of PAMBI through regular meetings. Kasi nga, kailangan strengthen sila for the operationalization. Kasi sila yung gumagawa ng policy and then nagre-recommend for policies kung kailangan mga amendment of policy. So, as I've said, yung chairman ng PAMBI is the Regional Executive Director of DNR, then Congressman, Governor, Mayor, and 39 chairman of the barangays na nasasakop sa PA, tapos may mga people's organization and NGOs, tsaka private sectors. Well represented ang PAMBI so that yung decision talaga is ano siya, for the good of the majority, for the good of the community, and for the sustainability din ng PA. So ito, one of our meetings. Then, mayroon ding technical working group ang PAMBI. So dito, nagkakaroon ng deliberation kung mayroong mga projects. May mga projects, may mga research dito sa technical working group, present then approval sa PAMBI. Then we have the maintenance and protection of coastal and marine systems. So, mayroon din tayong hindi naman lahat ng monitoring nandito lang sa sa lands. Mayroon din naman sa upper sa forest naman. We have the land and wildlife indicators monitoring. Ito kasi sa SIMI na program. So, ito is one of the big challenge na face dito sa amin sa GMRPLS even if nagtutulungan na yung different government agencies, POs, Bantay Dagat, mayroon pa rin nakakalusot. Mayroon pa rin nakakalusot na users. So this is turtle tagging. So these are mga confiscated ito na compressor, use of compressor infection. So we also give financial and technical assistance to mga people's organization na is the Biodiversity Friendly Enterprise. So itong PO na ito is Guiuan Integrated Micro Entrepreneurs Association. Sila yung congregation sila of different people's organization. Tapos iba-iba yung products nila. So, naging GMEA sila. So, we give them yung need nila for catering services kasi yung kinikater nila are more on mga seafoods. So, yung mga gamit nila for catering, binigay namin. And then trainings also, enhancement trainings on food preparation at saka mga table setting para sa kanilang catering service. Since maganda din yung performance ng GMEA, nagkaroon din ng grant sa kanila ng mud crab farming. So this farm is located also at Nakalikuan Island. So ito one of the monitoring activities namin of their mud crab farm. So as of now, maraming sa kanila, maraming cages nila nasira because of typhoon. So challenge talaga dito sa amin yung mga natural calamities. So another beneficiary of our BDFE is the Taytay Abante Kababayan. We give them mga materials kasi yung doon sa area sa Taytay, ang kanilang livelihood mostly is fish drying. So, ang need ng people's organization, ang need ng PO is mga materials for drying. So, yun. We give them para ma-sustain ang kanilang. So, aside from that, we also have water quality monitoring assessment. So, different areas, we have 10 sites dito sa Guiuan. So, iba-ibang classification according to use. So, yung mga beach areas namin, minomonitor, yung residential areas, then pati yung mga sanctuaries. And then two of our sites located at Manicani Island kasi nga mayroong doon operation, soon to operate na mining. So we have also the marine protected area working, as I've mentioned, different protected areas, locally managed protected areas. So itong locally managed mga protected areas, sanctuaries, ang nagmamanage nito are mga fisher folks. So they are the PA managers. So dito, first na nagkaroon ng impan networking within protected area. Although dito sa Eastern Samar, mayroon ng existing networking of different locally managed protected areas, pero by municipality sila. A7 yung tawag, and from the southern part of Eastern Samar, from Lawaan down to Guiuan. Kasi magaganda yung coral reefs area, at saka maganda yung practices ng mga fishermen that are members of this protected area. So, yung isa impa namin is within PASu, within the protected area. And then, lately lang, mayroong awards. Two of our members, mayroong award when it comes to na-recognize sila ng UNDP sa Cebu because of high fish stocks and yung maganda yung coral cover. So, one of our activities also is yung collaboration with other agencies. This is the rollout ng illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing activities. So, yung Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources po ang nag-conduct. So, capacity building training of our staff, our GMRPLS staff. So, ito is the diving. Kasi nga, dito sa amin, more on, yung mga divers namin are from other, hindi from Guiuan, more on Tagalete, yung marine biologist namin from. So, to capacitate our staff, nagkakaroon ng training para din maging efficient sila and maging effective in their in the conduct of their responsibility. So, World's Wetland Day. Nagkakaroon din kami ng IEC or Communication, Education, Public Awareness to other sectors. Ito, selected namin for World's Wetland Day, yung Guiuan National High School, yung youth, yung ESO nila, and then the special science class nila for this activity. And then, nagkaroon din kami ng Operation Backlash in coordination with COMLIC, DPWH, the police, and the LGU. Kasi nga is, yung mga trees natin is ginagawang dinidikita ng mga tarpaulin, and di naman siya for the protection sa ating mga kahoy also. So yun, yung mga activities, collaboration activities namin. I think yun, thank you. That's all po for GMRPLS.
Thank you po, ma'am. Thank you po, PASu Vivian Cuadra, for sharing with us the conservation and management of Guiuan marine protected landscape and seascape. So if you have, to participants, if you have any questions, you can leave it in Zoom chat box or in the comment section of our Facebook Live. So also to receive the e-certificate for this event, please do not forget to fill out our evaluation form. The Google form link will be posted in Zoom and Facebook chat box at the end of our program. So the e-certificates will be sent to the email indicated in the evaluation form. So we will now proceed to answer some questions from our audience to help um, to further understand the topic presented by PASu Cuadra. So, Ma'am, are you ready po for the Q&A?
Okay po.
Okay po. So the first question is, what do you think are the unique characteristics of GM or PLS compared to other PAs? And
Po. So actually, yung PAs, iba-iba. We have every PAs mayroon talagang unique features. Nung sa amin sa Guiuan is nandito na lahat kasi yung historical asset nandoon na. Then yung different ecosystems nandito na sa amin, and and aside from that, yung tao din dito sa amin is uh, very supportive sa mga programs namin in the protection sa PA. Pero yun nga, nandito na lahat sa amin yung mga resources, yung historical, at saka yung rich na ecosystems talaga. Rich in coastal marine resources talaga kami. That's why nga yun, malaki yung Guiuan out dito sa speaking sa Region 8, we are free na marine protected areas. So, Guiuan yung pinakamalaki. Biggest na protected area, 66,000 hectares. Followed by Berilla Rosa, protected landscape and seascape na 33,000 hectares. And we have Cuatro Islas na 3,000 hectares. So, yung sa amin is malaking coverage. As I've said, every protected area has a unique na features, pero kami nandito na lahat sa amin. Marami kaming na-issue showcase.
Thank you po, ma'am, for highlighting the unique features of the MRPLS. So, ma'am, we also have a comment and a question from Dr. Inocencio E. So, Junior, thank you for the very comprehensive information, ma'am. We are very appreciative of the excellent programs for the stakeholders. And the question, ma'am, ni Sir Jun, are locally manned PAs private or part of the declared protected landscape and seascapes?
Okay. The locally managed marine protected area or LMPAs, yung sanctuaries, they are not private. Ano siya? Manage yan ng mga people's organization, mga fisher folks. And then, nagsusupport sa kanila yung mga barangay chairman nila. So, sila, people's organization sila, hindi sila private. Tapos, support by the community, yung sa barangay. Part ng manager nila is their barangay chairman.
So, the next question po from we would also like to acknowledge our participant in Facebook Live. So, Forrester Alets really express her admiration po dun sa beauty ng GMRPLS. And then, ma'am, due to time constraints, I'll be giving the last question po. So, what are the variables considered in determining the success of protected areas?
So, yung natin na successful talaga sa protected area, one is yung mga results natin ng assessment.
Yes, po.
Maganda yung result ng assessment, different assessments naman natin. Yes. And then, second is, kung makikita natin, yung successful talaga, makikita natin talaga na yung people living in the community, maganda yung livelihood, especially kasi, as I've said, na 80% kasi sa amin is dependent sa marine resources namin. So kung makikita na improving yung lives of the people, so masasabi natin talaga na successful ang PA natin at saka makikita na support din sa different stakeholders at different sectors. So yun nga, sabi ko nga, strength talaga ng PA. Very supportive yung LGU, different sectors, and support talaga ng community. So yun, although yun nga, mayroon din challenges, even if nagtutulungan kami, mayroon pa din mga challenges na encounter.
Ma'am, may pahabol po ng comment si Surgeon. So we wish all the best for the GMRPLS management. As it is now, there is great support from the LGU and PASu. So yes po, ma'am, we are very grateful for accepting our invite, ma'am. So we will now if ever po they have additional question, would it be okay if they contact you po or relay the messages to us and then we will just relay it to you then po. Okay po. So if you have any question to PASu Cuadra, you may contact our guest speaker or you may reach us through the following contact information of CONserve-KAIGANGAN, information of the CONserve-KAIGANGAN program sent in the chat box. So again, thank you everyone for your question and your time. So we will now proceed po with the issuance of the certificate to our guest speaker. So we would like to extend our deepest appreciation to PASu Vivian Cuadra for serving as research speaker during the webinar paper presentation entitled Conservation and Management of Guiuan Marine Reserve Protected Landscape and Seascape, GMRPLS, of the 2022 Kaigangan Biodiversity Webinar Series held on 24 November 2022 via Guiuan. Designed by Dr. Inocencio E. Buot Jr., Professor and Project Leader of the CONserve-KAIGANGAN. Again, ma'am, thank you very much po for accepting our invite. We will also send the copy po through your email po, ma'am. So, I will be posting na rin po the link for the evaluation form. So, para po ang participants natin ay makapag-fill up na rin and ma-receive ang kanilang e-certificates. So,
thank you, Ma'am Vivian.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, also for this invitation.
Ang dami palang programs, ang daming programs ng office ninyo at sa LGU for the stakeholders ng Guiuan, ng protected landscapes and seascapes. So napakagaling ng management.
Okay, these are just one of the programs na inahawakan, and we have top 10 priorities programs also na mayroon ding parehas na ang mga stakeholders din is kino-consider.
Yes, ang mga people's organization na alagaan talaga, ma'am.
Opo.
Napakagaling. Oo, kasi nga they need also to establish. So at least they are provided with yung basic necessities to continue on with what they are engaging at. Like for example, kung nag-catering, 'di ba? Ang galing ng support ng protected areas office.
At the same time, kailangan nila ng trainings. Like for example, ngayon sila for yung skirting, pag-design ng table. So wala kaming skill doon. So nagtatap kami ng Eastern Samar State University, Guiuan campus to do the training. Supportive din naman ang academy sa amin.
Yeah, oo. Napakaganda ng strategies ba. And then there is continuing monitoring. Parang very humble because you want also to improve your management style as per result of the interviews and focus group discussions. Bihira yun, ma'am, siguro sa mga
thankful din ako like sa inyo this CONserve-KAIGANGAN. Kumbaga mas na yung awareness ng tao din nakakatulong. Then yung programs talaga especially yung sa forest over limestones na these mga ecosystems na hindi masyado yung awareness about their importance. So through your studies, your program, pati kami mismo na pa yung level of awareness namin talaga na heighten talaga.
Actually, we are very thankful to the DENR offices and the LGUs for hosting us and really supporting our program. And we hope kailanganin na pwedeng technical assistance na pwede namin maibigay, we are willing to do so. Sa po ma'am, I don't know, itong sa Guiuan ma'am na protected landscapes and seascapes, UNESCO na ba to siya ma'am? UNESCO declared?
As of now, wala pa sir. Yung PA sa Region 8 na for UNESCO is yung SIN pa.
Yes, ma'am.
For SIN pa po.
Yeah. Actually, they were they also make use of the data that we have gathered. They have we have submitted all the data sets parang magamit din nila sa nomination. Yeah.
I think malaking tulong yung study na forest over limestone.
Actually, ma'am, Samar is the best in the Philippines sa forest over limestone and one of the best in Southeast Asia. So that thing Samareños have to be proud of actually. Parang maano nila yon. And we are hoping we would be able to reach enough number of Samareños because of course we have also our limitations. But through our we have our FB page, we have webinar series, we have our YouTube channels. We hope to reach a massive number of Samareños and people from Region 8 so that they would know their treasures. Yeah. Itong itong mo ngayon ma'am presentation, we would be having this, upload this in our video YouTube channel so that more people would be able to view and we can make this learning material for classes as well. So that would be a help also so that more people would be aware of the treasures of Guiuan. Yeah.
So thank you po sir for considering us also. Malaking tulong talaga na napasok kami sa inyong study out of maraming municipalities or towns dito sa Samar, napili kami talaga. Thank you for that.
Thank you too,
and for anything, kung mayroon kaming maitutulong, mga assistance, every time pupunta kayo dito. So, lang.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. And we are very thankful also to the Eastern Samar State University. They have been very helpful in coordinating with your office, Dr. Nova here, and also the Samar State University.
Sir.
Also very helpful doon naman sa SINP. So talagang
Si Ma'am Nova.
Yeah. And we are planning to be in SINP for a forum this coming June or July. And we hope to proceed to Guiuan as well, ma'am. But we will coordinate with you for that. If we can have a forum, local forum in your office maybe. And then we can have some people's organization with us.
Yes po.
Yeah.
Opo. Lang sir, coordinate lang earlier kasi we will, siguro mas maganda din yung bigger yung venue tsaka reach out. We will, siguro we can provide also the venue tsaka invitation sa mga participants. Okay. We can facilitate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for the time. Na-extend nga tayo, ma'am.
Yes
Sabi
po.
ko nga
Okay
kay
po,
Ren, baka
okay.
may ano
Thank
si
you.
Ma'am Vivian, baka may appointment after.
Oh,
Allocated na po for this activity, sir.
yes po.
I see. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the
Opo.
support and for all your
Yes
staff
po.
there in your office for the help.
Okay po,
Thank you.
thank you.
And we have very good
Ah,
internet connectivity this time.
Yes po. Sir, before po we end, can we have a photo op po? May I request
Sige
the
rin.
participants to open their cameras? So, yun po. So, anyone who is interested to open their camera. So 1, 2, 3. Isa pa po. Ayan, may mga humabol. So, baka may hahabol pa pong mag-open ng camera nila. Okay po. So, 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you very much po. So, thank you everyone po. So, the link of evaluation form is now posted in our comment section. So, I still also have po as short announcement po for our last leg ng ating biodiversity webinar series. So, our next guest speaker for the Kaigangan Biodiversity Webinar Series is Professor Zero T. Adorador of UPLB. So he will be presenting lesser known and noteworthy woody plants of forests over limestone Summer Island. So we will be, this will be on December 15, 2022, same time via Zoom. So the registration form and other details of the webinar will be posted on our Facebook page. So thank you very much, everyone. So on behalf of the project team, we would like to thank all the participants who joined us in our online event for November 2022. We hope you have learned a lot from our speaker and would be able to apply it in your daily lives or work. So if you want to know more about the CONserve-KAIGANGAN program, you may visit our website, Facebook, and YouTube page, or you can send us an email. The links will be posted in our comment section and chat box. So please do not forget also to fill out the evaluation form to receive your e-certificates for today's event. So we will be closing the link po after 42 hours. So again, thank you for joining us in our webinar for today. You may also stay for a while after closing video presentation to chat with us and to other participants. So thank you again po.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am, Ma'am Vivian.
Thank you po.
Summer Island is the third largest island in the Philippines and has one of the most extensive forest over limestone ecosystems in the country. This ecosystem is home to a wide array of uniquely adapted flora and fauna. Summer Island is known to be one of the centers of botanical diversity in the Philippines and has been nominated as a UNESCO World Natural Heritage Site for its exceptional natural beauty and precious biodiversity. For these reasons, CONserve-KAIGANGAN, a biodiversity research program, was established. Kaigangan is a Samar local word that means forest over limestone. Our research program's mission is to assess and conserve the biodiversity in Samar Island's forest over limestone towards its sustainable management. One of our program's projects is the assessment of biodiversity and community structure in forest over limestone ecosystems. This component of our research aims to determine plant diversity and vegetation structure in various habitat types in forests over limestone, to determine animal diversity associated with forest over limestone, to to identify functional classification of vegetation with its associated animal diversity, and to analyze the environmental factors influencing the prevailing structure of the biota. We conducted a comprehensive biodiversity assessment of forests over limestone in the municipalities of Paranas, Taf, and Guiuan with remarkable findings. A combined total of 71 plant species were recorded from these municipalities, with at least 3 tree species classified as vulnerable based on the DENR updated national list of threatened Philippine plants. A total of 52 terrestrial vertebrate animal species were also recorded, including 5 amphibian species, 15 reptile species, 20 bird species, and 12 mammal species with conservation statuses ranging from threatened to endangered and critically endangered, based on the DENR updated national list of threatened Philippine fauna. This knowledge will empower our stakeholders in these areas to make appropriate research-based conservation efforts for the protection of these ecosystems that harbor an assemblage of rare, endemic, and economically important flora and fauna. Through this program, people will be equipped with knowledge on forests over limestone biodiversity, including the ecosystem services that it can offer to the community. We at CONserve-KAIGANGAN continue to further raise awareness and capacitate national and local government agencies, especially local communities living in and around Samar's Kaigangan.
Hi, Ma'am Vivian. So anyone who wanted to stay for